How to execute an external command? Well, this one is really interesting because this is something that connects Vim with the Unix philosophy in general and the Linux command set available on your system in particular. So type colon and then the exclamation mark followed by the external command to execute that command. Type the familiar command colon to set the cursor at the bottom of the screen. This allows you to enter a command line command. Now type the exclamation mark character. This allows you to execute any external shell command. So again, if you're in Windows, so you want to clear the screen, you won't be able to use it to do it using the clear. You will need to do the CLS, or if you want to list the files, you cannot do ls like on Linux. You need to do dir. But again, I'm on Linux, so this is going to be specifically to Linux. Yeah, I think they mention it further on. Okay, let's give it a try. So this allows you to, okay, as an example, type ls, yes, following the exclamation mark and hit enter. This will show you a listing of your directory just as if you were at the shell prompt, or use there if ls doesn't work well. If you're in Windows, use dir. Okay, so this is what we have, like the output of the ls command on Linux. Okay. Note, it's possible to execute any external command this way also with arguments. And another note, all calling commands must be finished by hitting enter. From here on, we will not always mention it. Okay, so obviously when you just go into the command mode, so whatever command you've entered, just hit enter, and that's the way to execute that command. So hopefully that's self-explanatory. Okay, more on writing files. To save the changes made to the text, type W and file name. So type dir or ls to get a listing of your directory. You already know you must hit enter after this. Choose the file name that does not exist yet, such as test. Now type write test, where test is the file name you choose. Which saves the whole file, the Vim tutor, under the name test. To verify this, use the dir or ls again to see your directory. Note, if you exit Vim and start it again with Vim test, the file would be an exact copy of the tutor when you saved it. Now, remove the file by using on Windows or on Unix RM. So let's go for it. So I just can do let's just do let's see what we got here. We got the test.txt, yeah, but we can actually do write test, test tutor, okay, and now again, exclamation mark ls, and we have the test tutor, and now to remove this, I can say rm and test tutor. Even autocomplete works here, which is fantastic. And now again, if I just do ls, the Vim tutor, test tutor is no longer there. It's no longer being there. Okay. To save part of the file, type v motion :w and file name. Move the cursor to this line. Okay. Press V. We are now in the visual mode. Press V and move the cursor to the fifth item below. And yeah, probably I think it wants me to do this from the very beginning, so to the fifth like this. Notice that the text is highlighted. Press the colon character at the bottom of the screen, so this characters would appear, which means that the range of lines has been selected. Type W and test. Where the test is a file name that doesn't exist yet, verify that you see. Okay, hit enter. Vim will write the selected lines to the text. Use dir or ls to say, do not remove it yet. We'll use it in the next lesson. So we do ls, and we have this test, and I can even do another trick. If I do cat and test, then we see that this line has already been there, but we'll go to this a little bit later. Okay, pressing V starts visual selection. You can move the cursor around to make the selection bigger or smaller. Then you can use an operator to do something with the text. For example, D deletes the text. Retrieving and merging files. To insert the contents of a file, type R and the file name. So colon on the file name. Place the cursor just above this line done. After executing step 2, you will see the text from lesson 5.3, then move down to see the lesson again. So retrieve your test file using the command test. And here we go. Here is the test file. All right. So we just merged what we've just saved down here. Where test is the name of the file that has been used. The file you retrieve is placed below the cursor line. Yes, to verify the file was retrieved, cursor back, retrieved. File was retrieved, cursor back, and cursor back, and notice that there are now 2 copies of lesson 5.3, the original and the file version. You can also read the output of an external command, for example, R and the output of the ls command to read the output of the ls command and puts it below the cursor. Let me show you this one as well. So I can do read and the output of the ls command, and I have the contents of it, which is really cool. Now, for instance, I can do visual mode. I can just delete this everything and say D to delete. And also, I don't quite need the okay, where is the this one. So from here and to here, and also delete this. So I just restart to the original state. Okay, lesson 5 summary. Calling command executes an external command. Some useful examples are the and delete on Windows, ls and rm on Linux, and whatever commands. You can use the you can pipe commands output to another command. So you can do in the shell, you can do in VIM as well, and you can also even run the shell script. That's also possible. So W file name writes the current VIM file to disk with the name file name V, and then the motion, and then doing the colon W file name saves the visually selected lines in the file name, and then read file name retrieves disk file name and puts it below the cursor position, and say colon R and then the command. The shell command reads the output of the command and puts it below the cursor position.